Good morning, everybody. It's Sunday, April 12th, and I'm ready to do my daily spirit reading. Just cozy up, sitting somewhere quiet. If you are listening to me on your headphones while walking, just take a deep breath. Whew. All right, let's get started. We are asking for guidance from Spirit today, and I want you to just focus in on what you would like to have guidance with today. All right, and we're going to start our opening prayer. We open our hearts and mind to a higher influence. We imagine before us a direct, radiant link from our conscious mind to our higher selves, our spirit, and all the divine forces of the universe. May this sacred connection now speak to us through these cards, and may the messages we receive be clear, truthful, and aligned with our highest good. And so it is. All right, I'm going to share my hand. Excellent. And remember to stay tuned in to your question. And Infinite Spirit has a way of sending all of us support and light. And so trust that in this reading, you will hear something you need to hear. And look at my hands, by the way, I want to show you. I have a kitten. She's been busy. All right, I'm gonna get started. Oops, let's see. Okay, all right. Focus in. All right. I'm gonna put it this way. All right. Let's tune in. The something interesting is happening today because I am dropping off a key to so a very literal interpretation to an old church that I used to go to, and I'm going to go visit my friends there today. And I'm going because I promised them I would bring the key. So it's interesting that today of all days is the first time I get this card popping into my reading. I wanted to focus first on this one right here, and it is one that I connect with often, and in which a positioning of being alone and 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 what that feels like as we move through this process of becoming more of ourselves. And I do think that Spirit is sending a message saying that it is quite universal for us to feel secluded, alone, lonely, often, and that is part of the plan sometimes, because in giving us such a challenge, in giving us a challenge in this manner, we are able to uh, really find the things within us or find the keys within us that we ourselves put in there. So, um, and uh, whether you believe in the fact that you might have put certain skills or um, obstacles, challenges, or even people or experiences before you as part of your plan before you came here, that is, it doesn't erase the fact that you are learning from those challenges, and there are gifts that come from those challenges of the experiences of being lonely and feeling alone. Um, the interesting part about you being lonely and being alone, if you look at this image, is that you look exactly the same as everyone else. So this dot is exactly the same as the ones in the group. And so in essence, you are part of the group. You are, um, I'm being sent another message as I'm speaking, which is crazy. So the main message behind it is that every single one of those on the group also see themselves this way. So it's kind of a grass is always greener on the other side type situation for each and every one of those dots. So that was like the imperative message that like broke through what I was saying as I was speaking. Um, very strongly the idea of voice and your voice. And when I see the pencil, it's not only about just journaling or writing, it's about valuing your own voice. So go deeper than the obvious. It's about valuing your own experience, your own voice, and count yourself in. So oftentimes, we ourselves exclude ourselves and do not count our own experiences in our own view of our experience, like our own retelling of it. It's like we don't have a voice in what's happening, when in fact we need to kind of I'm being shown like taking the reins. We need to take the reins of the storytelling of our lives. And in doing so, lots of doors open. And more importantly, I'm being shown by Spirit that uh, the people listening to this are people that see themselves as workers and as healers and as readers and as practitioners, um, and that we uh, can only attain the key when we value our own inner voice. So it's important, yes, that we value the voices of those people that we work with and the people that we serve, um, and the people that we're supporting. But that if we don't do that for ourselves, it's the path is going to remain stagnant. There's going to be nowhere to go. It's going to end. The path will not continue. The gifts will not continue. So Spirit is saying that you might have felt a lull in your gifts lately, and that is this is guidance for that, for continuing on your path and being able to support the people you want and mean to support. Um, and being comfortable with that seat position of being alone and not feeling lonely, because being alone is what's going to allow those voices to rise to the surface. Being alone is what's going to allow um, the silence to finally happen for you to then tune in into your inner voice. So that's very important. And there are many gifts I'm being shown. There are many gifts, and they're all matching the dreams and hopes and aspirations that you are dreaming about. And Spirit is saying, give voice to those dreams, give voice to those dreams, to give them more power and to breathe more energy into them and to breathe more possibility into them, and speak about them to others, even not just yourself. And in this also, it's showing a position of leadership. you are taking the first step. You are walking away from what is the norm. And oftentimes we are shown that um, people stick together this way because they are in fear. So being on your own is a position of fearlessness. And within fearlessness, you are then calling out all those energies that are dragging you down and not allowing you to actually speak to spirit and speak to your guides. That is the message today. Thank you so much for being with me. As you know, I do spirit readings and I do Akashic readings, and I also participate in a group, Akashic reading group called the Akashic Circle of Light. And we do, right now, we're offering free readings for anyone that would allow us to post our recorded readings of your question. Um, in our YouTube channel, which, by the way, if you want to find it, it's called the Akashic Circle of Light channel on YouTube if you want to see some samples of our group readings. And that is it for today. And I hope you have a glorious, glorious day. I am ready to go and meet some friends later and hopefully get some sun on my skin and sit in the warmth for a minute. That is my hope for the day. And of course, finish my delicious coffee, which, by the way, I just noticed this is the one I picked up, and it's one of those mugs from when my kids were little. I don't know if you could see. And now both my kids are in college. So I love this mug. Anyway, see you guys. Lots of love your way.